You know, rarely does something like this occur in the film industry. You can't help it. He's just spectacular. The things he says, the things he does, the film he makes, and really just, I can't explain it. It's just when you guys see this film, it's just gonna, you will be blown away.
Speechless. I had been reading his book since I was 2. I didn't read it. I looked at it.
You know, I've been making films since I was 5 years old. It started with Bye Now.
Hi, I'm Kalki Gleeson.
Which was a film I made when I was 5 years old. Yeah.
Over here is a sign I made.
It was about this little boy who built this little fort, and he'd made a sign, and he was just trying to get people to come to his fort.
You're allowed to come to my cubby anytime you want, in any day.
And then he says bye now, and I just thought, well, we've got to call this one Bye Now, you know.
Bye now.
You know, all these punks on the street with their iPhones and their DSLRs. They just think that you got an ashtray or something I can use and getting embers everywhere. I'll use this cup. Punks on the street, you know, just using these tiny little cameras and thinking that they know what they're doing, and they're posting, you know, these videos on YouTube, and they're saying best vids 2014, and the tagline is like a photo of a girl in a bikini. So kids like you go on YouTube at 11 when your parents are asleep, and you go, oh, there's a girl in a bikini, that looks good. And it's really just about 35 minutes of guys on skateboards. And you know, that's film these days. That's just what it is.
I'm a very big fan of Frida Kahlo. So in the film, because Frida is such an integral part, I just connected with her spirit.
You know, the film, I personally, I don't understand why he didn't use my script.
Her spirit was alive in me.
But it was interesting seeing how he brought out these more visceral these scenes that you could just.
It's a real honor to bring someone else alive. It's a rare thing. I mean, where do you see that? You just see graveyards, dead, lots of stones. That's all you see. So in film, that's the only place you're going to see people come alive again.
You know, he's just reinvented that kind of film today. He's taken a light bulb, Thomas Edison, he said, you know, fuck, and he smashed that light bulb, and then he's just made it again, made it anew, with, you know, probably much more artistic resources than glass and the wiry bits inside and, you know, filaments and such. But he's just reinvented film.
I'd been doing these paintings. I had always imagined reimagining it, like putting my imagination into his imagination. This opportunity to imagine for him what he had already. I'd been reading his books since I was very small, so.
Film. And you know, it's a blessing. It really is. It's a blessing to our hearts from God. I don't want to say soul, because I don't really like identifying with that, you know, like that. But it's just my soul, you know? It's just my soul. It's so me, my art, my world.
You know, it's funny because I really thought that it would be just this, you know, I'd just go on the set and we'd do the shots and we'd go off. He saw me just walking and next minute you know, you're in this new country. You think you're just gonna be there for a few days, and it's years. I didn't even recognize my kids. Then my father died, but I thought it would just be a month.
So when I walk into that studio, just thinking, you know, how can I ever top that? It's unexplainable, you know? Except for what I just said, because that was a pretty good explanation of being doubted. I had to stop myself from feeling this way. You know, I push through it. I push through it, you know?
Hello. Well, my name is Marge. I'm the lunch lady. I think the film wouldn't be possible without me. I make the sandwiches and the tea and the scones. Did I mention the sandwiches?
You know, countless of man hours were put into this film and the production of this film, and that has resulted in a work of art which none of us would have expected. It's just been an experience of another world. I feel a great sense of pride, I guess you could call it, within myself for having made such a film, you know. So, please sit back, you know, tighten your seatbelts, because you're in for a ride, and enjoy the film. The reason why this film was possible, and, you know, I'm humbled. I'm taking one last shot!